My shoulder was not an impact injury. It wasn't something that specifically happened to it. It was just periodically worse and worse. It was hurting and it became an impairment to just do normal things, like even driving. The limitations were things like just putting, my purse down on the seat of the car, anything that I had weight on my arm and any kind of movement, whether it was full rotation or just from the side. Washing my hair in the morning was a problem. That would hurt doing that. At night, it was extremely painful to sleep. I'm a side sleeper, so 50% of the time I'm sleeping on this side, and it was very difficult to sleep and get comfortable. It had started occurring, and then it was probably 2 years that it was hurting. And then as it progressed and got worse is when it started dislocating by itself. And it wasn't a full dislocation, it was a partial. I ended up going over to Dr. Pervaiz. He was able to pretty much decide what it was, which was something that's a chronic instability. He recommended 2 different surgeries for it, and one was, as I said, was very invasive with a long recovery. We chose to do the one that was less invasive with a shorter recovery. He was great through the whole thing. He was, to a typical person, they don't understand all the medical terms and all of that stuff. So he was able to describe what was happening, what the surgery would be, what the recovery looked like. I was really concerned about that, just, with work and everything, trying not to miss too much of it and miss too much of life. Fortunately, he was able to get me into surgery quickly. The surgery went really well. Recovery was, I think, better than expected, which was nice. I think he set the bar high for the standard of not moving and the pain and all of that, and it was not as great as I thought going into it. It would be, so it was much nicer. The recovery was probably maybe about 3 months. After about 6 weeks, I started physical therapy, which is with his physical therapist that they recommended. Molly, who was excellent. They did some other things other than just movement. It was dry needling they tried. They did cupping on it, and which I think really helped, which was great. They're really eager to try to offer different things, not just the typical bands and stretching and all of that. For years, I kept taking ibuprofen. The pain would go away, and I think it was fine. I, kept thinking, oh, it's from getting older. I'm not 25 anymore, and aches and pains are normal, and just kept going on, and it just progressed into something that was more severe. So yeah, I would recommend that anyone experiencing any kind of abnormal body pain, go get it looked at. You have no idea what it is. I pay attention more to my body and aches and pains and things like that, and know that pain that I was experiencing is not a normal pain. It's not just from, getting another year older, or possibly doing something that might have hurt it, and temporarily. It's something that you should go get it looked at and diagnosed, and because it can be fixed.